This is another one of these that I'm finna watch. It's just a LeBron fan watching about Michael Jordan. So
According to basketballreference.com, LeBron's shooting percentage from outside 3
I
feet
gotta go
is
turn my hair down real quick.
37.5%. It's even poorer in the playoffs, where he shoots 35.9%. And it gets even worse in close and late situations. In the last 2 minutes of games where the score is within 5 points, LeBron hits only 31.7% of his jumpers. Look.
I wouldn't know what's going on, man. We about to get the OGs mad with this one.
Man, should I go put my Kobe jersey on?
OGs mad with this one. Put my Bron jersey on, man. Let's get the debating. YouTube, what it do, man? It's your boy Groovy, man. Welcome back to the channel, bruh. Let's hop straight into it, man. So in my last video, I decided to react to Michael Jordan's ultimate highlights for the first time ever. And y'all went crazy. I'm talking about the OGs ran that video up. I'm talking about y'all schooling me in the comment section, talking about all Michael Jordan accolades and how LeBron is not the best player of all time. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I was reading all the comments, bruh, and y'all was schooling me, bro. It was a lot of things that I did not know about Michael Jordan that I learned about in the comment section down below. I did not know Michael Jordan was first team all defense 9 times.
I thought it was 10.
That's tough, I ain't gonna lie. That's tough. And while I was watching the highlights, bro, Jordan was actually clamping up, bro. Blocking shots, hustling, diving for the balls and stuff like that, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, after watching that video, bro, it looked like Jordan didn't have any flaws in his game, bro. He had the whole bag. His bag was full. Bro, the OGs was attacking me in the comment section, bro. I'm talking about y'all niggas was mad as hell. Y'all was mad as hell in the comments, bro, about me saying Bron is the GOAT. I saw in the comments, man, somebody in this video wanted me to react to this specific video right here. Jordan versus LeBron, the best GOAT comparison. So I guess this is the best GOAT debate on YouTube. This video has almost 5 million views. I've never seen it before. We'll see if my narrative changed on who's the GOAT, who's the greatest. You know, because right now, obviously, I'm gonna pick Bron. That's my era. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up watching Jordan. You know what I'm saying? But them highlights was OD though. Them highlights was OD.
I didn't grow up watching MJ either, and he's my GOAT. Kobe's my number 2, and then LeBron's my number 3. Before we hop into the
video, man, I'm gonna need y'all boys go ahead and hit that like button. Yeah. Comment any videos y'all want me to react to next, bro. Last but not least, bro, subscribe.
The Tempur-Pedic breeze makes sleep feel cool. So no more sweating all night or blasting the air conditioning.
Man,
because the Tempur breeze feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long.
Streaming camera, so my quality's a lot better. And I don't have to have a little bit of blurriness and shit, which my quality's not terrible, but I'm finna get it a lot better.
Let's get it, man. Dang, man. Jordan, who the GOAT? Talk to me in the comments, man. The infamous tongue out. Catching bodies. Damn. Give me that.
This is a pretty long video. I don't think I'm gonna get through the whole thing because this is my 3rd video for the night. I've already been fishing all day and shit.
That's tough. Look like Jordan used to kill the Utah Jazz all the time.
Bro, he used to kill everybody.
Alright, let's see, man. Who the GOAT?
Jordan versus LeBron. LeBron versus Jordan. It's a debate that has captured the public's attention for the last several years, especially after this moment in 2016, when LeBron James beat the Golden State Warriors to win the 3rd championship of his career.
That's crazy.
In LeBron's own words,
that one right there made me the greatest player of all time. That's what I felt. I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
But did it? Wow. Is everything since that moment simply icing on LeBron's cake?
I ain't gonna lie though. Beating the Warriors team. What was the Warriors?
Whole time.
What was their record? 72-9 or some crazy 73 and something
Camera
crazy.
microphone on.
They only lost 9 games that whole season, and then he came back 3. And then he
That's
came.
wild. These last 3 streams, I didn't realize I only had the microphone on my camera on and not this microphone. That's why it wasn't sounding right in my other videos. That makes sense now.
Came back 3-1, and then he came back down 3-1 to beat these niggas. That's tough.
Does it sound better now?
Jordan fans, come on now. Give Bron some credit a little bit. That was tough.
It was. LeBron is my number
stacked.
3.
Was LeBron destined to finish his career in Michael Jordan's shadow? We've all heard the arguments from LeBron supporters.
He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster,
For sure.
he's more durable.
And from Jordan supporters.
Michael Jordan was merely 6-0 with 6 MVPs in the finals.
But the GOAT
That
debate
is tough,
isn't
too.
as simple as the pundits make it seem. There are a number of
6-0
factors
in the
relevant in
finals.
determining the greatest basketball player of all time. In fact, I would say there are 5 things that really
To
matter.
me, Kobe's the only one that was the closest to doing 2 3-peats like MJ. He almost did. Well, he did 4 championships in a row, and he won 3 of them. 3 in a row, and then lost his 4th with Shaq. And then he did 3 more in a row, but he lost the first one and won the second 2. He's the only player to almost ever do that like MJ.
When determining the GOAT of any sport.
That's why he's my number
These
2.
criteria
Not
are,
just that,
in no
but
particular order, accomplishments,
Okay.
longevity,
Longevity,
winning,
Bron. Jordan.
statistics,
Bron.
and what we'll refer to in this video as the eye test.
Okay.
And to be the GOAT, you don't need to be the best in any specific category, but you need to be pretty good across the board.
For sure.
So simply winning 7 championships, like Robert Horry did, isn't enough to get you into the conversation.
That's crazy.
When we're finished with this
I did
video,
not know that.
it'll be plainly obvious that one guy comes out on top. But before we get started, I want to clarify that this is not a comparison of legacies. It's about who was the better basketball player. If we were talking about legacies, Jordan's is nearly untouchable. Not only did he lead basketball to global popularity, he helped transform Nike into an empire,
I do agree with that.
changed the way players played and how they dressed,
Yeah.
and he even made it cool for guys to be bald. And while those things certainly contribute to MJ's iconic status, they don't make him a better player on the court.
I do agree
So
with
let's
that, though.
evaluate the
Jordan definitely
criteria
has
that
more
matter.
influence on
And
the
we'll
game.
start with individual accomplishments. Take a look.
MVPs.
Jordan had more regular season MVPs, twice
Wow,
as many
didn't know
finals
that.
MVPs,
Didn't know that.
9 more scoring titles,
Damn.
and several more selections to the NBA's all-defensive team, including once being named Defensive Player of the Year.
Damn. I did not know that, bro. This nigga had 10 scoring titles?
yes,
Damn.
he's the GOAT.
LeBron has more All-Star appearances, but that's largely due to his having played more seasons.
Oh my God.
In fact, when taking into account retirements and
He did
major
play more
injuries,
seasons.
Jordan essentially played 13 seasons compared to 17 seasons for LeBron, making
Wait.
Jordan significantly an accomplishment.
Jordan played 13 seasons? Ain't no way he played only 13 seasons. Say you swear.
Accomplishments all the more impressive. And that's to say nothing of MJ's brilliant college career, which saw him twice named All-American and once awarded College Player of the Year, at a time when the country's best players actually went to college.
Oh,
So
wow.
regardless of whether you're a LeBron fan or MJ fan, you have to give the accomplishments checkmark to Jordan.
Yeah, I'm
The
gonna get at
second
the Jordan.
criteria in our GOAT analysis is
10 scoring
longevity.
titles is crazy.
And this one is also a no-brainer, but this time in favor of LeBron.
LeBron, yeah.
Not only has LeBron played more seasons in the league, but he's had a longer peak than Jordan.
Definitely.
Jordan's peak lasted about 10 years, whereas LeBron's peak has lasted 16 years
Yeah.
and is still going.
Still
And he's been
going.
incredibly durable during that time, missing significant time to injury only in 2019.
You installed this?
Even had a few screws left over.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you can get quality and savings.
Man, damn fucking ad. They're gonna make me watch the second ad, huh? Fucking bogus, dude.
That said, the claim that LeBron has been much more durable than Michael has been a bit overblown. Consider that Jordan played in at least 80 regular season games 11 times in his career, including all 82 games an incredible 9 times. Compare that to LeBron, who played in at least 80 regular season games just twice, and in all 82 games, just once. So both LeBron and Jordan get high marks for their durability. But durability aside, the bottom line is that LeBron has sustained his level of excellence for a much longer period of time than Jordan, which puts the longevity check mark squarely in LeBron's corner.
Bron's just been that dude ever since he's been in the league.
That brings us to the third GOAT criteria.
He wasn't that dude until Kobe was gone.
As we all know, Jordan won 6 championships. LeBron has won 3. Jordan is 6-0
now
in the NBA Finals. LeBron is 3-6. Yes, LeBron has made the finals 9 times compared to only 6 times for Jordan. But let's not pretend that making the finals is the same thing, or even close to the same thing, as winning a title. Take a prime example from another sport, the Buffalo Bills. They're the only team in NFL history to appear in 4 consecutive Super Bowls. But is there a single player or fan of that team that wouldn't trade all 4 of those appearances for just one Super Bowl?
I didn't even know that. Damn,
Frankly,
Bills.
Talk to any fan whose team lost the season's final game
the hell?
and ask them how they felt afterward. Almost universally, their feelings are of
sadness, 6-0 in the finals
anger, and disappointment.
Super tough.
And that's just the fans.
Damn.
For players, those feelings are only magnified. Listen to Charles Barkley talk about losing in the NBA Finals.
And I was just in shock when it was over because I was frustrated because I couldn't wheel my team past Michael and the Bulls. And first of all, I don't think I've ever gotten over it, number one.
Wow.
But that was traumatic. And
I gotta watch some of
it's painful.
Charles
so
Barkley
we can all
highlights.
stop with this false equivalence
But
between
that's tough,
winning
though.
the championship
I heard
and
Barkley was a great
runner-up.
player, but he just never won a
In the
ring.
He
words
was
of
a
Herm
beast.
Edwards,
you play to win the game. Hello?
For sure.
You play to
I got
win
a tooth
the
that's
game.
bugging me. I got a
course.
dentist
Now back to
appointment
Jordan
in like
and
2
LeBron.
weeks to get 2
as
teeth
mentioned
fixed
on
in the back.
basketball's biggest stage, the NBA Finals, Jordan was 6-0.
Then I got to get a wisdom
LeBron
tooth
was
pulled.
3-6.
Damn.
And frankly, that doesn't even show how lopsided their records really are. In terms of individual finals games, Jordan was 24-11.
Whoa.
LeBron is 18-31.
That's an
And
interesting
that's because in 4 of
stat.
his 6 finals losses, LeBron's team hasn't even been competitive.
Damn.
Twice he got swept, and 2 other times he lost 4-1. That includes being on the wrong side of the 2 most lopsided finals by margin of loss in NBA history. Of course, LeBron fans will tell you that the only reason for LeBron's poor finals record is
KD
that
was
his
cooking
competition
Bron in the
was so
final,
tough.
this finals, right?
Ironically, some of these same fans criticized Jordan for losing early in his career to a Celtics team stacked with 5 Hall of Famers, and they conveniently gloss over the fact that LeBron reached the finals.
Oh, yeah. I saw that in the comments, too. Somebody said Jordan couldn't beat Larry Bird in the finals, or somebody said Jordan couldn't beat Larry Bird in the playoffs or something like that. Like, somebody gave a crazy stat in the comment section. But y'all let me know in the comments, is that true? And I got to react to some Larry Bird highlights, too, because I heard he was cold.
At that point in time, LeBron or Michael Jordan was a young player, and the Bulls had nobody. And the Celtics had, like he just said, 5. This is what I was saying. That video we just watched of Michael in the other video I was just watching, but of Michael crossing up Larry Bird right there. That's right when Michael Jordan came into the league, and the Bulls were a dead team. They had nobody, and the Celtics had 5 All-Stars, 5 Hall of Famers. You know what I mean? So yeah, of course, Michael Jordan wasn't beating Larry at that time.
Many times, in part because the competition in his own conference was so weak.
Damn,
During
Terry.
the vast majority of his career, LeBron played in what many dubbed the Leastern Conference because the East was so much weaker than the West. On the other hand, during Jordan's playing days, the East was generally considered the stronger conference, as Jordan had to battle through hard-fought rivalries against the Bad Boy Pistons, Patrick Ewing's Knicks, the Shaq Penny-led Magic, and Reggie Miller's Pacers. That said, if you want to blame LeBron's failure in the finals on the level of his competition, I won't argue with you. But let's also not blow it out of proportion. If you look at the average number of wins of their finals opponents, you'll see that LeBron's finals opponents averaged 60.8 wins per season, whereas Jordan's finals opponents averaged 61.2 wins per season.
It's close.
So as it turns out, both players face stiff competition in the finals. But a big reason we don't hold the 93 Suns, the 96 Sonics, or the 98 Jazz in the same regard as some of LeBron's finals opponents is because, unlike LeBron's adversaries, Jordan's opponents never actually won the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
Wow, that's a good
which goes
point.
to my original point that the difference between winning the title
That's a good
and
point.
finishing runner-up is huge.
That's a good
And
point.
the
I ain't
reason
gonna lie.
those teams never won the title?
Michael
Doug
Jordan.
Jr.'s mustache, is it real?
It's customizing your car insurance with Liberty Mutual and saving hundreds.
This guy.
Wow.
Look, I'm not trying to say that Jordan's opponents were as good as the Warriors teams.
Can
that
you
LeBron
imagine if Kobe would have won the first playoffs that he lost against the Celtics? If he would have won the first one in 07 and then or 08 and then won again in 09 and then won his third one against the Celtics in 2010, we wouldn't be talking about the Celtics as a great team either if he wouldn't have lost the first one and they got a championship. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah.
4 times in the finals. The truth is that Jordan never played a juggernaut quite like that. But there's a pretty good reason for
That's
that.
what I'm saying, though. I ain't gonna lie, y'all boys, man. That 73-9 team, whatever the record was, 73-9 Warriors team, to go down 3-1 in the finals and come back, though, that has to be the greatest finals run
I'll give him
of all
that.
time.
I'll give him that
say
one.
that.
I'll give him that one.
Like, y'all gotta give credit.
I'll
where
give him
credit is
that
due.
one.
Give Bron his credit. OGs, I know the OGs watching the video.
I'll give him that one.
Give Bron his credit, bro.
I'll give him that
has
one.
to be the most impressive finals run of all time. Let's come on, give Bron that at least.
I'll give him that.
You feel me? Because they had Steph, bro, you know the team, bro. Look it up. You know the team, bro. The team was stacked.
Greatest comeback
They
in
won
finals
73
history.
games,
I'll
bro.
give him that.
It's the best regular season record in NBA history.
My stomach itches.
And to come back and beat them is crazy, bro.
I'll give him that.
That's tough.
Greatest comeback.
Jordan's Bulls were the juggernaut. They were the team winning 70-plus games. They were the team with the target on their back every year. And as the Warriors showed us, that's not an easy place to be. As great as the Warriors were, they were never able to string together 3 consecutive championships. Jordan's Bulls did it twice. So what's the greater achievement? Beating the juggernaut or being the juggernaut?
Being the juggernaut or beating the juggernaut? That's a good question.
LeBron's got the greatest comeback, but Michael Jordan's the GOAT.
I don't know. That's a good point too, though. But beating though the juggernaut,
Greatest comeback.
going down 3-1
Greatest comeback in
against
finals
all
history.
odds, against arguably the greatest regular season team in NBA history. I don't know. That's impressive as hell, bro.
Yeah.
Or to be more specific, beating the juggernaut 1 time out of the 4 times he faced them? Or being the juggernaut year after year after year?
That's a good point, though.
And then doing it again, year
after year after year. Yeah.
There's no doubt that LeBron's victory over the 73-win Warriors was the highlight of his career.
That was the highlight.
But it's not the first time that an underdog has won the championship. There actually have been much bigger underdogs who ended up winning the title. But how many times have we seen a player lead his team to 6 championships in 8 years?
6 championships in 8 years?
And he took off a year.
Damn.
Took off 2 years.
I didn't know that, though. Like, that's crazy. What? Nah, bro. And to go 6-0 is...
And he played baseball for a year.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a biased dude, bro. And I give, like I said in the intro, I do give credit when credit is due. I would rather be 6-0 in the finals than to just have that 1 year that, you know, that I'm just the underdog and I just, you know, pull out the victory and just pull this mission impossible achievement. You know what I'm saying? 6-0 in the final. I would take that. I would rather be that guy.
Only Bill Russell's Celtics ever accomplished that feat in the NBA
That's
when they
crazy.
incredibly won 11 championships in 13 seasons. However,
11 championships in 13 seasons? Damn, Bill Russell? What the hell?
That was back when it
But I
was,
ain't gonna lie. I seen somebody in the comments saying Bill Russell was playing plumbers.
yeah.
Him and Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah.
What y'all think about that in the comments? Hey, look, no disrespect to the OGs, the legends of the game, but like
the competition.
Come on, let's be honest. The competition
90s
level back then,
on
what was
the
that?
real,
The 70s,
the
60s, 70s,
50s,
80s, I don't know,
60s.
80s. The competition level wasn't as near as where it was in the 90s, in the 2000s, in the the 2010s.
Back then, there was an average of less than 10 teams in the league.
Yeah,
and
see?
only a couple rounds of playoffs. So it was considerably easier to win a title.
Yeah, exactly.
And no one's here. Not even Bill Russell ever had a run of winning 25 of 26 playoff series, as Michael Jordan did.
Damn, bro.
And Michael's pattern of winning goes beyond the NBA. Let's not forget that Jordan has never won anything but gold in the Olympics. And he also earned an NCAA championship, in which he hit the first of 2 iconic championship-winning shots in his career. All that is to say, when it comes to winning, the checkmark clearly goes to Jordan.
100%.
Need a last-minute gift for mom?
We can arrange that.
And why
the
is it
H2
making
Pro
me watch
system
both
separates
teams?
clean and dirty water. The H2 Pro
Being
from All
bogus as
Cedar.
hell.
Damn, I did not know Jordan won an NCAA championship. And
I
in
thought
the
he won
Olympics,
two,
he
actually.
only won gold. He never had a silver or bronze medal. That's impressive. And 6-0 in the finals?
Look, who did the dream or the Olympics have to bring in to get LeBron and all them to win a gold medal? Kobe on the Redeem team. And they say LeBron dominated the early 2000s. No, that was Kobe's era. That was Kobe. Nobody had LeBron over Kobe until Kobe died, and people kind of forgot about him.
Yeah, gotta give it to Jordan.
On to the fourth GOAT criteria, statistics.
Statistics.
This one is a bit more complicated. I mean,
You
how
gotta
do
get
you
us on LeBron.
statistically evaluate 2 players who played in different eras under different rules at different positions? One way of doing it is to simply look at the 8 traditional statistics of basketball.
Okay, let's see.
Points, assists, rebounds, steals, blocks, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, and turnovers. We'll focus on per game stats rather than cumulative stats.
Okay,
since
per
cumulative
game.
stats such as total career points and total career assists really speak to longevity, which is already its own
Brian.
category of the GOAT analysis. Per game stats, on the other hand, is
per
more of an
game
apples-to-apples
stats.
comparison.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting. It's
So
per
looking
game.
at the 8 traditional stats, we see that Jordan leads LeBron
Okay.
in 5 of them: points per game, steals per game, blocks per game, free throw percentage, and fewer turnovers. LeBron leads in the other 3: assists per game, rebounds per game, and field goal percentage. But that's a pretty simplistic way of looking at statistics. What if we instead turn to analytics? Probably the most well-known analytic stat is player efficiency rating, or PER for short. This metric was created by respected basketball analyst John Hollinger to give an overall rating to a player's performance based on traditional stats like the ones we just mentioned. Jordan has led the league in PER 7 times, LeBron 6 times.
Okay.
Jordan has finished top 3 in PER 10 times, LeBron 9 times. In fact, Jordan has the highest career PER in both the regular season and the playoffs. Another popular analytics stat is win shares. Jordan has led the league in win shares 8 times, LeBron 5 times. Jordan has finished top 3 in win shares 11 times, LeBron 6 times.
Okay.
And when it comes to win shares per 48 minutes, Jordan has the highest career rating in both the regular season and the playoffs.
Damn.
What about box plus minus? Until recently, LeBron was actually ahead of Jordan in career box plus minus.
My God.
But after the 2017 season gave Russell Westbrook the greatest single-season box plus minus in history by a wide margin, the architect of box plus minus realized that the stat was fundamentally flawed. So he made some changes to improve its formula. As a result, Michael Jordan now has the highest career box plus minus in both the regular season and the playoffs. And lastly, what about value over replacement player, which on its face seems to favor LeBron James?
What the hell?
Well, value over replacement player is a cumulative stat, and as previously noted, cumulative stats speak more to longevity than they do game-to-game dominance.
Okay, makes
That
sense.
said, according to value over replacement player, Jordan owns 6 of the 9 greatest individual seasons ever played.
Damn.
And on a per-game basis, MJ's career rating in value over replacement player is the highest of all time in both the regular season and the
Oh
playoffs.
my God.
Are you noticing a theme here? Not only does Jordan beat LeBron in every ratable analytic stat,
He's the GOAT.
he consistently ranks as the best ever across
All
the
I
board.
see is first.
Analytics, I want to mention a lesser-known stat called game score, another brainchild of John Hollinger. Game score measures a player's performance in a single game, so it won't tell us who's had the better career, but it does provide insight into who's had the greatest games. Now, we only have game score stats since 1983, so you won't see any mentions of Wilt Chamberlain here. That said, of the 100 highest game scores ever recorded, incredibly 19 of them belong to Michael Jordan. In other words, nearly 1 out of every 5 of the best single-game performances over the last 4 decades has been by MJ.
Damn!
That is the highest game score of all time for Jordan's 69.18 rebound masterpiece. Comparatively,
69
LeBron
points
has had
and
only
18
3 of
rebounds?
the top 100 game scores. When discussing the GOAT, Nick Wright is fond of asking this question.
The aliens come down. You have 1 game to save humanity. Who's your first pick in the history of the world?
MJ.
Well, Nick, I think we have our answer. Now that I've
Bro, I'm
finished
getting
drowning you in
schooled right
numbers,
now,
let's
bro.
be
What the
real.
hell?
Hardly anyone watching this video knows how to calculate PER, win shares, box plus minus, value over replacement player, or game score.
Yeah, I don't know what the
And
hell
why
this
should
guy's
you?
talking about,
This is
but
basketball,
he's schooling
not
me.
Goodwill Hunting. So let's go back to the traditional stats that we all know and understand. But
Okay.
this time, let's add context to them.
Okay.
What do I mean by context? Well, some positions are simply better than others at racking up certain stats. Let's take rebounding as an example. In a vacuum, if we simply compare the number of rebounds per game of Brook Lopez and Jason Kidd, we might think that Lopez was the better rebounder. The truth is, relative to their positions, Lopez is statistically one of the worst rebounding centers in NBA history, whereas Kidd is statistically one of the best rebounding guards in NBA history. But even a poor rebounding center can grab more rebounds than a great rebounding guard solely by virtue of their roles on the court. So it makes sense that, to understand the context of a player's stats, we should compare them to the respective positions that they played.
That makes sense.
When comparing LeBron
LeBron is a
James to
forward.
the other small forwards who have played at least 500 NBA games,
and then
this
Jordan
is where
was
he
a
ranks.
shooting guard.
Overall, that's pretty impressive. Now let's see how Jordan compares to all shooting guards who have played at least 500 NBA games.
Let's see. Damn!
As good as LeBron is compared to other small forwards, Jordan is on another level when compared to other shooting
bro.
guards.
What
He's
the
darn near the top
hell?
of every major statistical category. And there isn't a single category where LeBron is better than MJ relative to his position,
Oh
other
my
than assists.
god.
So to sum up statistics, whether comparing traditional stats or analytics, and especially when judging these players
He's the GOAT.
of the positions they played, Jordan has a noticeable edge over LeBron. As such, we have to give the check mark to Jordan. And that takes us to the last category in our GOAT analysis, the eye test.
What
And
the
to be clear,
hell?
by eye test, I don't mean which of these players is bigger, faster, or jumps higher. None of that is relevant unless we're having a track and field competition. And frankly, if physical measurables mattered, then George Murasan would be in the GOAT conversation. No, what I mean by the eye test is, if you sat an average basketball fan in front of a TV to watch a player in action,
Right.
what would he notice that the player is and is not great at? Thankfully, I happen to be an average basketball fan, and I've had the privilege of watching both LeBron and Jordan during their playing days. So,
And before he answered this, bro, Bron do got a couple weaknesses. Free throws. We all know Bron not a great free throw shooter. He's a decent 3-point shooter. That's all I
He
can
has
think
some
of
weaknesses
right now.
on defense,
And then with
too.
Jordan, bro, watching his highlights, bro, from the last video, bro, like I said, I ain't see no flaws in his game, bro. Like, he was the whole
Jordan
package.
wasn't the best 3-point shooter. Not he got better in his later ages, but like no, Jordan was not a great 3-point shooter either. Like I feel like he might have been better than LeBron, maybe. I don't know. But he wasn't a great 3-point shooter either. But other than that, yeah. But LeBron has some problems on defense because he likes to whine about shit just a little bit and doesn't get back on D and shit. When he's playing D, he doesn't have, but especially in his later years, he's had some problems on D. Michael did not have no problems on defense.
You know what I'm saying? He got the offensive package and he got the defensive package. You know what I'm saying? And from this video, bro, you got the stats to back it up too, bro. Like, so as far as the eye test, bro, not being biased at all. Coming from a Bron fan, bro, since birth, like, I gotta go with Jordan, bro. Like, I gotta go.
Unlike a lot of my
Yup.
fellow YouTubers, I haven't merely relied on highlight videos. Here's what my eyes told me when I saw Michael Jordan play, particularly during his playing days with the Chicago Bulls. He was the best offensive player in the game. He was arguably the best defensive player in the game.
Yeah.
He had the best mid-range game.
Yeah.
He was the best finisher at the rim. He had the best post-up game, which is incredible considering most players who dominated the post were big men.
That's crazy.
He was widely considered the most clutch player in the game. He was regarded by opponents as the fiercest competitor on the court. He was regarded by teammates as the hardest worker in practice.
You wished for this.
Wait, if you were
Man,
locked
I
up
get
at
tired
any
of seeing
Illinois
these dumbass AI videos, dude.
system, a global settlement may be coming.
And when all was said and done,
Damn,
amongst
bro.
the other stars of his generation, he was the greatest winner. Now, when you're playing
That's
against the elite of
crazy,
the
bro.
elite athletes of the world, to be the best at any one of those things is pretty remarkable. But to be the best at all of them, I tell you, it's impossible. But
Yeah.
for the fact that we saw Michael Jordan do it.
Yeah.
And when
He
it comes
did.
to the GOAT
We
debate,
saw him
that's
do
the
it.
biggest hurdle
That's
facing
crazy.
LeBron. He's basically being compared to a guy who was great at everything and practically had no weaknesses.
Yeah.
Seriously, judging by the eye test, what's the worst thing we could say about Michael Jordan's game? Probably that he wasn't a very good three-point
Yep.
shooter. Jordan shot 33% from beyond the arc in an era when the average player also shot 33%. So when it came to three-point shooting,
He was
he
decent.
wasn't good, he wasn't bad, he was just average.
Okay.
Yeah.
But remember that Michael played in an age when the three-point shot wasn't a big part of the game.
Right,
During
right.
Jordan's years, teams averaged only 9.5 three-point attempts per game, and Michael himself attempted less than 2 threes per game. And if being an average
Okay.
three-point shooter is a weakness of Michael's game, well, then we also have to call it a weakness
Yeah.
of LeBron's game. The difference is that
wonder
LeBron
what's his
plays in an
percentage.
era where the three-point shot is a huge part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
During the years in which LeBron played, teams attempted on average over 21 threes per game, and LeBron himself averaged 4.3 three-point attempts per game, or 2.5 times as many as Jordan.
Okay.
Despite the increased emphasis on threes, LeBron's career shooting percentage from beyond the arc is only a hair better than Jordan, at 34%.
34?
And it's actually slightly below his peers, who averaged 35% from three during his era. But to reiterate, being an
Damn.
average three-point shooter was
Thought it
by
was a little bit
far
higher.
the worst part of MJ's
Yeah.
game. For LeBron, it's not even close.
Wow.
LeBron, in fact, has 4 major weaknesses as a basketball player, each of which is readily apparent to anyone who has
flopping.
actually watched him play.
There you go.
First,
That's the only that right there. That one right there, automatically. I never seen MJ and Kobe flop like that. Kobe and MJ wanted to kill you. That was in LeBron's my number 3. But the flopping shit is crazy.
he's not a good free throw shooter.
Yeah.
For his career, LeBron has shot around 73.5% from the free throw line,
Come
which
on,
is pretty
Bron.
poor for a player who handles the ball as much as he does. In fact, many analysts point out that at the end of games, LeBron shies away from driving to the basket
look at the
because
score.
he's afraid of being sent to the line.
Oh, he missed 2?
I don't know whether that's true, but what I do know is that the odds of LeBron
No,
hitting 2
look at the
consecutive free
score of
throws
the
is statistically
games.
not much better than a
Oh,
coin flip.
no.
Jordan, on the other hand, shot a solid 83.5% from the free throw line during his career.
Yeah, Jordan
and
was
MJ
cold.
never shied away from contact at the end of games.
Oh, that's tough.
LeBron's second weakness is that he's an inconsistent defender.
Yep.
Sure, he's had some years where he was elite defensively, which is
That's the
evidenced
best
by
block
his
in
numerous
NBA history
selections
right
to the
there. Come on,
NBA's
y'all.
all-defensive
Give me
team.
that,
But
Jordan
he's also
fans.
had several years where he's practically been a liability on the defensive end.
That's crazy.
Compare
bruh.
that to MJ, who during his Bulls days was a consistently elite defender. In fact, Jordan is the only player to rank in the top 5 amongst all guards in both steals per game and blocks per game for his career.
That's impressive.
Additionally, Michael led his
That's
position
impressive.
in defensive win shares practically every year that he played for the Bulls, an incredible 10 times. LeBron, comparatively, has led his position in defensive win shares on just 4 occasions.
Damn.
And in
Yeah.
5 of his last 7 seasons,
Why they doing
he
Bron
didn't
like
even
this,
crack
bro? They
the
showing
top
all his
10 at his
bad
position in
plays,
defensive
bro.
Well,
win
that's
shares.
it's not that we're
Now,
showing.
I know
It's not
Jordan
that
got
he's
some
showing
bad
them on
plays.
purpose.
Fall
That's
off
the
on the
point.
defensive end as a byproduct of his
Showing his
resting on
weaknesses.
defense so that he can have more energy on offense. And we can debate the merits of that strategy.
Damn.
But resting on defense is not
They doing
something
my boy
Michael
Bron
Jordan
like
was
that, bro.
ever
Stop showing his
accused of
bad
doing.
highlights, bro.
Heck,
Damn.
even as a 40-year-old, he was busting his tail on the defensive end.
Damn.
But what about the notion that LeBron
Hold on, he was 40 doing that?
busting his tail on the defensive end? But what about the
Damn.
notion that LeBron's been the more versatile defender? LeBron supporters will argue that he can guard positions 1 through 5 on the court, such as when he guarded
can.
Derrick Rose for stretches in the 2011 playoffs.
He
But
can.
LeBron's guarding the opposing team's point guard or center isn't something that happens very often. In fact, during his career, LeBron has spent less than 5% of his total minutes guarding the opposing players 1 or 5.
Why they showing all
So the
LeBron's worst
versatility
highlights?
argument is
Come
highly
on, gang.
exaggerated. And look, when it comes to versatility, Hometown Buffet may have a more versatile menu than Spago. That doesn't make it a better restaurant. LeBron's third weakness is that he's not a very good shooter. And this is a pretty significant flaw for someone claiming to be the GOAT.
Man, why they showing all his air
shooting the ball
balls?
is the quintessential skill in the game of basketball.
They making my
It's the
boy
part
look
of the game
bad,
that
bro.
everyone practices, whether on
Well,
the
it's
playground,
not.
at the YMCA, or in the NBA. Now, some people will contend that LeBron is actually a better shooter than Jordan because he has a better career field goal percentage. And yes, LeBron's career field goal percentage is 50.4% compared to Jordan's 49.7%.
Okay.
But recall what I said about placing stats into proper context. To help us understand context when it comes to shooting, allow me to introduce DeAndre Jordan and Tyson Chandler. We all know that DeAndre and Tyson were great
All they
rebounders
do
and
is
defenders.
just
But what
dunk.
if I told you that they
And
were also
oops.
2 of the greatest shooters of all time? That would be certifiably crazy.
Yeah.
Yet if you look at all the shooting metrics, field goal percentage, effective field goal percentage, true shooting percentage, both of these guys rank near the top in NBA history. Of course, there's an obvious
Wow,
reason
that's
for
crazy.
that. As we all know,
But
both
yes,
DeAndre Jordan
they
and
just
Tyson
dunk.
Chandler
Oops.
take a lot of their shot attempts on dunks, layups, and putbacks, which
Yeah.
are extremely high percentage shots. Well, guess what? So does LeBron James. In fact, every single year of his career, the shot that LeBron James has taken the most has been within 0 to 3 feet from the basket.
Wow.
In other words, dunks, layups, and
That's an
putbacks.
interesting fact.
More than 1 of every 3 of LeBron's shots has been within this point-blank range, which is aided by his playing in an era where it's been relatively easy to get to the rim, particularly when compared to the physical era in which Jordan played. And just like every other player, LeBron is really effective from 0 to 3 feet,
That's
hitting
some good
over
context
73%
right
of
there.
these shots. But how does LeBron fare from outside this range? According to basketballreference.com, LeBron's shooting percentage from outside 3 feet is 37.5%. It's even poorer in the playoffs where he shoots 35.9%. And it gets even worse in close and late situations. In the last 2 minutes of games where the score is within 5 points, LeBron hits only 31.7% of his jumpers. Look, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that these numbers aren't very good. Which is probably why in the 2013
We getting
finals,
schooled
the
right
Spurs'
now. Us
defensive
LeBron
strategy
fans
against
getting
the Heat was
schooled.
to basically dare LeBron James to shoot. And keep in mind, this was against LeBron in his prime. Can you imagine an opposing coach using a similar strategy against MJ? Now, LeBron actually credits the Spurs for forcing him to work on his jump shot, but it's not as if his results have gotten much better since then. Here's LeBron's shooting percentage from outside 3 feet over the last 6 years. Yikes.
Damn.
Well, I'll give him this. He is consistent. For comparison, consider that in the last year of Michael Jordan's career, as an aging player on the Washington Wizards, Jordan shot close to 42% from outside 3 feet. While that's certainly not great, it means that even as a 40-year-old shell of his former self, Jordan was still a better shooter, a far better shooter than LeBron James.
That's crazy.
Unfortunately, Basketball Reference doesn't have advanced shooting metrics from Michael's Bulls days, when he was a significantly more efficient scorer. But few would argue that Michael was anything but a lethal jump shooter when he was wearing red and black. When it comes to shooting, all of us can recall practicing shots on the blacktop, counting down 3, 2, 1, before launching a shot at the rim. Well, if you were pretending to be LeBron James, you'd brick almost 2/3 of the time. Actually, that's not entirely true. If you
Nah,
were
bro.
playing
Why
against
is they
a countdown,
clowning Bron
it would
like
be
that,
much,
bro?
much worse.
Don't do it! You can still earn income while learning how to code! But I'm a janitor! There's no experience required!
And that gets me to the last major weakness of LeBron's game,
Oh,
his
he traveled.
performance, or more accurately, lack of performance, in the clutch. Remember when people were praising LeBron for making a couple of buzzer beaters?
He do got a
playoffs 2
lot
years
of
ago?
buzzer beater
They
playoff
used
wins.
these stats to claim that LeBron was better in the clutch than Jordan. But look at these numbers carefully.
Okay.
What stands out to you?
Hold on, let me see what stands out. Field goal attempts, buzzer beaters. What stands out? What? The fact that he got more attempts or what?
How about this? People were using a sample size of less than 1 shot per season to make the case that LeBron was more clutch than Jordan. That would be the equivalent of polling just 100 people in the country to try to predict the winner of the next presidential election. So let's use more telling stats, shall we? Here's a situation that's often used to determine a player's clutchness. 5 seconds to go in the fourth quarter or overtime, and your team needs a bucket to either win or tie the game. It answers the age-old question, who do you want taking the last shot with the game on the line? It turns out that in the regular season and playoffs combined, LeBron has taken 94 such shots. That's a pretty good sample size. And how many of those 94 shots has LeBron made? 19, for a shooting percentage of 20%. Let me repeat that. 20%.
Damn.
Guys, that's not bad in the clutch. That's atrocious. Michael Jordan in the same situation shot roughly 50%.
50?
Yes, that's right. Jordan's performance
Almost
under
half?
pressure was the same as it was throughout the rest of the game.
That's
And that,
impressive,
my friends,
bro.
is the definition of clutch.
Clutch, yeah. That's
So there
clutch.
you go. When it comes to the eye test, our eyes tell us that one player, Michael Jordan, is great at
God,
everything
bro.
and has practically no weaknesses.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
And the other
for
player,
sure.
LeBron James, while also having a ton of strengths, has several obvious flaws to his game. And when all is said and done, after analyzing the 5 key factors of being the GOAT, Jordan gets 4 check marks to LeBron's 1.
Yeah,
Making
he's
this
the
GOAT
GOAT.
debate, well, not much of a debate at all.
Damn.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that LeBron James is a bad player. He's a phenomenal player.
Thank you.
Personally, I have him on basketball's Mount Rushmore.
Thank you.
Along
Yeah.
with Jordan, Kareem, Wilt Chamberlain, and Bill
Because
Russell.
it seemed like he was just
He's just
bashing
Michael
Brown the
Jordan.
whole video.
And just to underscore how good MJ was, let's ignore LeBron and Jordan for a minute and focus on the other 3
Wild not
players
to have
highlighted
Kobe
here,
up there.
Kareem, Wilt, and Bill Russell. Most would agree that these are the 3 greatest centers in NBA history, and each of them has a strong case to justify his standing among basketball royalty. Wilt is an all-time great because he was an offensive force of nature, and he holds a ton of NBA records. Russell is in the conversation because he was a dominant defender and a perennial champion. Kareem also led his team to numerous titles, and in terms
And
of
there's a couple
individual
more of y'all
awards
that
and
weren't in here the
accolades,
whole
was the
time,
most
man. This
decorated
dude
of the
right
3.
here is a LeBron
Not to
fan,
mention, he had the
and
NBA's
he just
most
got schooled
unguardable
on why
shot.
MJ is the GOAT.
Now
for
imagine
real.
a center that had
If
all
y'all
the
think
best
MJ is the
qualities from
GOAT,
these
drop a
3
like and a
titans.
comment, man.
A player like that would be the
Make sure you
basketball equivalent
subscribe.
of Thanos. Now add to that player the highest level of intangible attributes, such as a tireless work ethic, unmatched killer instinct, and an ability to deliver in the clutch.
That's Jordan.
And now you'd essentially be looking at Thanos with all of the Infinity Stones. And no one would question whether this player was the greatest of all
Right.
time. But the truth is, we don't have to imagine such a player. That player already existed.
Wow.
He just happened to be a shooting guard, not a center. When you think about it, Michael Jordan is the real-life version of an overpowered video game character.
For real.
He had all the qualities we look for in a superstar athlete,
100%.
and he had it in spades. He's basically Babe Ruth, if Babe Ruth played defense like Willie Mays. And that's why, even in comparison to the other all-time greats, he is truly in a class of his own.
Damn.
Simply
Kobe was the same way, though. He played defense the same way MJ did. No, MJ's still my GOAT, but Kobe's my number 2, and then LeBron's my number 3.
put, he's the GOAT.
That's crazy. Yeah, them highlights is crazy, though. Like, look at this. Damn, bro. He was a guard, too, though.
It's just not even close. If you take
just
out
wish
the longevity and the stats that come with the longevity, and the stats aren't even close. MJ's stats are better than LeBron's all day, besides assists and rebounds, of course, because LeBron played power forward and LeBron was a better passer. I give LeBron that. And LeBron had the greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. Down 3-1, 100%. LeBron's top 3, but he's just not the GOAT.
I was alive to see this. Literally, like, these highlights is crazy, bro. No flaws. Double clutch, game winner. Yeah. Push off, snatch back for a game. Damn, Utah. I don't know what to say after that video, man. I just got schooled for 30 minutes on why Jordan is better than Bron and why Jordan is the GOAT. For real, man. And I'm not even going to be biased at all. You know, I'm not going to show no favoritism. After watching that, bro, I do agree, bro. Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time, bro. Like, bro just had no weaknesses, bro.
I'm glad that some people that think LeBron is the GOAT can sit down and actually watch something and change their mind, because as big as a LeBron fan as I am, you know what I mean, I understand that he's still not the GOAT.
You know, and the statistics that he showed on the video was crazy. He was good on offense, defense. Winning percentages is crazy. Shooting percentages is crazy. I don't know. I'm speechless, bro. To all the OGs out there, man, I apologize, man. You did, man. Jordan is him. He like that, bro. I just wish I would have saw it, bro. I wish I was, alive to witness this. You know what I'm saying? To witness his era,
Yeah.
of basketball. But,
Me too.
I don't know what to say, bro.
I watched Kobe though, so I
as a
feel like I
Bron fan,
watched
I do
LeBron. Or I
admit,
feel like I
Jordan is
watched
the GOAT,
MJ
bro.
play
Like,
for real, because
6-0
Kobe
in the finals,
was just
OD.
2.0 of MJ.
And what did it say? 10 scoring titles? Oh my God. In my last video, I think somebody said Jordan would average 50 in this era of basketball. And I agree, bro. I agree, bro. I ain't got nothing to say, man. Y'all let me know in the comments down below, man. Who y'all GOAT, man.
Yeah.
After watching that, bro.
Yeah. Make sure y'all drop a like and a comment down below, man. Y'all can go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to let this play on through, because I got to let it play on through a little bit so my streaming software doesn't end the stream too soon. But peace out, man. Still a lot checking out.